Babyface show for the first time ever. One of the greatest musicians in the world. I give to you the one, the only, the golden mercury of Africa, King Sunny Ade. King Sunny Ade.
Yes, sir.
On my program.
Thank you, sir.
Oh. I mean, thank you so much for coming, sir. You see, sir, I will never ask you for anything again. This one that you have done is enough. I won't ask you for anything.
Why?
But will you play at my wedding?
Yes, I will. I will.
Am I naming?
I will.
Oh, are you? Did you say? Yeah, I will. I will. Absolutely, because it seems you will. It seems that you will never retire. It seems to me like you will never. Every other person who started with you, even those who started after you, many have retired, but you keep going. You keep going. Practically speaking, sir, you're just going to keep going on. Okay, what must happen? What has to happen before you say, you know what, is enough? What will happen?
Well, until when Almighty God says, I should stop.
Okay, sir, you need to clarify.
And my people, until when you say, it's enough.
But that's never going to happen because we're never going to say it's enough.
Well,
but it's brilliant. It's the longer you play, sir, because I'm not married yet, the more I have hope that you're going to play at my wedding.
If I play at your wedding,
yes, sir,
I will still be playing. I will play at your baby's birthday.
Yes, sir. Then,
when he or she graduates, then
university
graduation, again to have another generation.
Excuse me. But that time, Baba, this is how you come to stage.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's a dance like that.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, sir. So talking about playing at parties, how much does it, on the average, cost to get you? Because the moment you tell people I want KSA to play for me, what they always say is, ultimate, you want Sonny to play for you. Do you know how many millions? Is that true, sir? How much?
You know how much it costs you to bring me down here?
How much it costs me to bring you down here? Emma Bessa, don't bear.
Come on, bear yoku.
Okay, so it's somewhere along that line.
Well, it's not money all the time. Nowadays, I have friends. You are my friend. He's my friend. Everybody is my friend. When I know your condition, I know.
Okay, so about talking about spraying in parties, about almost 2 years ago now, the Central Bank of Nigeria said that people should not spray Naira notes again. You guys remember? Don't spray money again. Did it affect the level of spray? Because people can't see when they see something. Ni spray. Did it reduce? Did people stop? Should reduce?
Well, to me, I didn't see the difference. Simply because the people doesn't stop. It's a tradition. Okay. It's an old tradition. You know, in the olden days, the first money they used before us is a cowrie.
Yes, sir.
From, you can see, yes. Then they put in it, put a twine surrounded. Then they tied it to the forehead, yes, sir, of the dancer or the performer. Then in the presence of the king, then you dance, everybody applauds you. That's as praying.
Oh, yes.
Later on, we have coins. They put to your forehead because that has
Coins,
the king and the queen's picture.
Okay, so like
That's an evidence. Now it's a paper, so it's the same thing.
Okay.
So it's a tradition.
So it's a tradition you are.
But one thing I don't want people to do is like in my presence, I don't want all the money to be on the ground, then you are marching and you're dancing on it.
Okay.
I want you to allow me to take it before you.
Oh, before you start matching it.
Yes.
So there's one box. And when you play, I'll see you sit on
Allah
that box.
Okay.
Now, sir, here is, I'd like to know. You wrote a book. I have that book here. Yes, sir. You wrote this book, My Life, My Music. And I was at the launch of this book.
I remember.
You remember at the Musan Center?
Yes, but you failed to give me your own donation. It's part of the reason why I'm here.
Okay. You came to collect the donation. And KSA wrote inside this book for me, with peace and love from me to my friend, Teju Babyface. This is 2006. And this is one of the things I cherish the most. But here is the point, sir. With your busy schedule, you're playing, last year, for example, I know you were playing in the United States. I know you were supposed to travel again very soon. You're playing world tours around the place. Where do you find the time to write your memos with pictures and all that?
What I used to do is the little time I have, I write or I voice it into the cassette. Like for instance, I was at the backstage,
yes, sir,
watching the segment before now. Then from there, there's an inspiration that came to me and say, this is a young man doing what 100 years old cannot do. So I quickly wrote it down. But I was looking for a barrel like that, but I couldn't see. I only saw the tiny one.
Extra large. This is extra large.
This will last for
till you do my grandchild's birthday ceremony.
Yes.
All right, sir. Now, so talking about the parties and all that, I was going to ask you that. They say to me every time, because I came to your Jibowu office, I hear people say all the time, they say this, and it's in Yoruba a lot because we just love him. They say, I'll translate, don't worry. They say, Sonny Lofe, Tia, you do the translation. Sonny Lofe Buku. Lofe Buku son in February next year. Oh, T Buku and sing. He's already booked for the rest of the year. Translate, please.
Voulez pas les boucs et le sonner on le beaucoup comprend.
Oh, okay.
Et sonner et beaucoup.
Okay, the translation.
Yeah, the French elongated French.
Republic of Benin.
Elongated French. Elongated French in past participants.
Anyway, in English. In English, sorry, Ulash. In English, it means that people say that you want to book Sonny February, March next year, you need to have booked Sonny now. In fact, if you want to book Sonny in December of this year, you cannot get him again, and we're in February. Is that true, sir? Are you that in this economic recession, people are still doing parties like that?
Is economic reception, so they receive him well.
Reception, okay.
That's the answer.
Tie, femme, me au fait what do?
Femme de la bouche.
You let Baba answer the question for me. All right, sir. Now, did this now all my life when we're young? Now I'll have to ask you one before you.
No, femme.
Now when I was young, there was something I used to hear about Sonny all the time.
How long is that?
Yes, I think. How long is that? Okay, I'm talking of because I was fortunate to grow up in what I consider some of your golden eras. There was the time from 1977 to about 1996 when you were just releasing album after album after album. You were just, if I won't jump all around,
Baba pieces.
You were just pieces
in everywhere.
Every album was a hit. Now the one thing we used to hear was the women they like Sonny a lot. I don't really like Sonny because the women never leave Sonny. Sonny women. So how has it been? Yeah, because we see the way it is abroad, the way they will see Michael Jackson of blessed memory. and throw themselves at him and all that. Is it like that in Nigeria? Do women actually come to you like that?
You know, they do, but...
Yes, sir, wait, before you answer that question, sir, I forgot, sir. We have a comedy Bible here, sir.
Comedy Bible?
Yes, sir, like in court, sir, it's a comedy Bible, sir. You are supposed to promise to tell the truth, sir. In my excitement of calling you, I forgot, sir. So before you answer that question, sir, just put your hand on it, sir. King Sonny Ade, sir, do you promise to tell the truth and nothing but the absolute truth, so help you God?
I will try my possible best to promise.
Are you... Okay.
Oda, answer. Don't say yes or no. If necessary, as the Spirit leads, yes.
No,
yes, sir. Present, sir.
Yes, sir. So you were saying the women, how is it? Do they come to you? Do they allow you?
Every young, handsome boy, man like you.
And you, sir?
Well,
including me. Like the two of you, yes.
They do, but in a decent way.
Okay.
You know, Nigerians, we, the Africans, we are very decent.
Uh-huh.
In a very decent manner.
They used to say that musicians, Yoruba musicians, they used to fight. In fact, I remember some tracks where, some other person would sing, Oni Soni Koni. They used to do all those songs. Was there ever really fight? Did musicians used to?
We are friends, so we continue to be friends. And we're still friends.
You're still friends?
We are, all of us. All of us. All of us. Thank you.
Some of the rumors we hear, sir, if I hear that in those days, it was so bad, the fight was so bad, that if a musician went to play at a party, and they called another big musician, that somehow the instrument of the other one would not just work. Instrument that was working before they left home, and that as soon as they leave that party and get back home, instrument will start working.
I haven't experienced that. But I heard about it, but I haven't experienced it. In my own case, I always like to talk to my colleagues. What has happened in those days, it shouldn't happen now.
Again.
I started going, thank you. I started in the 60s, 66, 67, 68, 69, 72, 73. I started going to their houses, all my colleagues' houses. First of all, to come to your house, if you don't offer me, I will ask for. They give me water to drink. So from there, today, I thank God that musicians are getting together. You see them all going around and then playing the same stage, going to their houses, being in the same cars. Whatever happens in between saying this and that, it is between the promoters or the record dealers and the other marketers. They want to cause some rifts so that the records here will be selling. And I went to Chief Abiru, in the blessed memory. I told him to his face, I said, yes, I said, I am going now from here to Ebenezer Obey's house. He said, what? I said, yes, I'm going there. And I went there. Before I left African Songs of Bolario Abiru, the first place, before I took that decision, the first place was Ebenezer Obey's house.
Wow. Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
So,
okay, sir.
And that's why you saw him in my daughter's wedding.
Oh, yes. That was a beautiful wedding. Everybody was at that wedding.
Yeah.
Everybody was at that wedding. Wow, it was brilliant.
Okay, I know. The gift you brought, it's like you told your driver to take it back. I don't know why. He brought a gift for me on behalf of my daughter.
Yes, sir, I promise that my friend will shut up.
He took it back.
My guy.
Sir, Tebasoro gift Mama sir.
Okay.
So I would see this gift is coming soon, sir.
And yours too. The goat you brought?
Actually, unfortunately, I wasn't in the country then, So
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. All right, sir. You were actually about the first musician to stand up and sing, to start standing up to sing. It seemed that back in the day, all musicians used to sit down.
The first juju musician.
Okay, the first juju musician.
Because the high life musicians, they used to stand. but none of the traditional musicians used to stand.
Okay,
So I was the first to stand, and that's came in at this country. Remind me, the country we went West Africa. The day you got lost and you started looking
yes, is that place?
Australia.
Okay, now.
It's happened in Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. Okay.
Yes, you know.
Freetown, Moses of
Yes.
Okay.
No, and you had to do.
Now,
you just had to do this. You just had to do this.
Now, hold on. Now, here we go. Now, hold on. Now, sir, how many?
That's bragado.
This is
Bragado.
Yes, I mean, King Sonny had this swagger. Ginger your swagger. See, swagger. Say swag. Now, as a young boy, do you know I always wanted to dress like you? Your costumes were different. You didn't wear buba and shokoto like the rest of them. And your album covers were always different. This is one. I mean, I'll just show you everything with style. See this is actually, check here. I mean, see the swag.
Swagger lo mogo oba to joba lo.
I mean, there you go. But let's show. You see the show? Yeah, bling, bling, bling. All you musicians, bling, bling did not start today. See blings, bling, bling on the hand here. And, here we go as well. Now, this one I love. It's almost a Michael Jackson jacket. Now, sir, how many albums have you released till date?
The last one we released in last year, December.
Yes, sir.
Comes to 113.
113. Swale.
Abba. Olanuju pom. Sir.
Which leads me to my second question. I believe, the second for this one. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that you've released so many albums that you may not entirely remember. You may know all the songs, but you may not remember what was on which album.
Right.
And as I'm your greatest fan, I say that again, I'm his greatest fan. I know all your songs very well. So what I'm going to do is I will take one album and I'll show you. I will sing a bit of the side A. And we'll just see whether you remember what the side B was. All right? My friend, you also get, you will do. So I'll give you a chance first. What will do?
Remi.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
Faso.
You don't know anything.
Lati. Do.
So we have gratitude here. It's written here. My family name, the Gbadio Ilakins, Easter 1985.
Start.
And that's when I started listening to this song. Now, this is the first few lines of gratitude. Tọmọdé tàgbà ẹ dìde ẹnọ̀rú ẹyọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ mú jó. Tọmọdé tàgbà ẹ dìde ẹnọ̀rú ẹyọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ mú jó ohun. Ezra.
Egypt 1, Nigeria 1.
That is a...
Who's Egypt? I'm Nigerian. I'm in
That's a bonus question. So, what is on side 2 of gratitude? And okay.
When you have too much albums, unless you check.
You just to check.
Yes.
All right. Now I'd forgotten myself, but I'll sing it. Now this album actually is one of my best albums, and it's not one of the ones that a lot of my mates know, because it's old. Jesu o mama ṣeun rere fún mi. Jesu o mama ṣeun. Ó fún wa ní jíjẹ, ó fún wa ní mímu, máa ń dúpẹ́. Jesu o mama ṣeun. Taran 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 taran. Taran 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 taran. Bang 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 bang. Bang bang. Absolutely. Okay. I won't just
I know the guitar hand.
Is that how the,
yes.
Look at you.
Guys.
This is how you can.
No, this is small computerized guitar.
You are holding a gun like that. That's style.
Okay, but I'll keep the rest back here. I mean, I'm never. How many of you guys own album players? Anybody own an album player in the house? Anybody here?
They have not born most of them when they have do album. They have born them in the era of CD.
We still have I will still have my own source. A lot of these songs I can't find on CD. For example, this has been for the last 2 years my best King Sunny Ade album. A lot of you probably know in fact, it's the other side that I love the most on this album. The part that goes on, I say, mo ti kọrin lọ́jọ́ sí pé ṣú di wíwọ́n o.
Àgbàdo ṣèrà lọ́jà ojú mi roni o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká pé Olódùmarè kó ṣẹ́gun fún wa. Ìyọ̀ sún wọn.
Ọba kó wá bẹ̀ wá yo. So how come I can't find them on CDs?
Well, we're working on it now. Okay. We're working on it now.
All right.
Because the machine that can play this particular album,
yes,
we couldn't get it. All the one we recorded is not as good as this.
Okay, sir.
So we now settle down to do it. Anytime from now, by God's grace.
So it's coming soon?
It's coming soon.
All right.
Thank
you very much.
And also the video will be coming.
The video?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I have one video I watch at home, Authority from, I think, 1990. And this was how he introduced. He was wearing a suit. And this is King Sunny Ade, wishing you happy time.
Happy time.
With you and your family. I hope you enjoy this musical show. Enjoy yourself.
This is King Sunny Ade saying happy time to you, and also I want you to free relax now and enjoy this musical show you will love to remember. Enjoy yourself.
I'm a fan, a big fan.
Fanatic.
In fact, it is
incredible.
Anyway, King Sunny Ade, sir, as soon as you sat down, we didn't say, but we had our photographers.
I've already sat.
Yes, when you came in, we had our photographers, QF Photography. They took a very beautiful picture, and in the time that you've been here talking, we're going to present that picture to you. That picture has been put in a beautiful frame, and we're going to present to you as a memento. Is that what they call it? A memento for coming on the Teju Babyface show.
Yes.
Here it comes from QF Photography. Thank you. Tia, come on, be in the picture.
Oh, I the presenter. Oh, I too saw in the photo.
Yeah, you're almost there.
Yes.
Is there not
say the
almost?
photo?
Well, it's there.
Well, yes.
Agbayani.
I did that.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, people, there's something I've always wanted to do with the king ever since I could walk. Ever since I could walk, I'd always wanted to do this. When we come back, you'll find out what this is. Stay with us.
Do you want to get tickets to the Teju Babyface show? Then answer this question. What is Teju Babyface's full name? Send your answers by SMS to 35444. The first 100 correct answers get tickets to be in the audience and a free copy of the Teju Babyface's live comedy show, live in second term. You had better start texting now. Only 100 seats available per episode. Send your answers by SMS to 35444.
It's still the Teju Babyface show. And this is one of the happiest times in my career thus far. Yes, I'm not joking. From when I was young, 5, I'd always wanted to do one thing. I told you I was going to tell you guys. Up to this point, and it stops. I'd always wanted to sing and dance with King Sunny Ade. I'd have a dream as a young boy where I'd be singing and I'd be dancing and he'd be teaching me the steps and all that. And finally, some 25 years later, it is happening. And so we're going to do that. I chose the song. The king is going to sing it, and I'm just going to try to match him word for word because I am that good.
Onílé àjòrí ẹja, àjòjì àjòrí eku. Onílé àjòrí ẹja, àjòjì àjòrí eku. Ọpẹ́ mi lọ, ọpẹ́ mi bọ̀, ọpẹ́ ṣe bí ẹni ti kú. Ọpẹ́ òkú ẹ̀wò màrìwò ọpẹ́ o. Wọ́n gbó wọn láyà níjòbí o. Wọ́n fẹ́ wọn láyà níjòbí o. Onílé àjòrí ẹja, àjòjì àjòrí eku. Onílé àjòrí ẹja, àjòjì àjòrí eku. Ọpẹ́ mi lọ, ọpẹ́ mi bọ̀, ọpẹ́ ṣe bí ẹni ti kú. Ọpẹ́ òkú rẹ̀ wò mọ̀líwò ọpẹ́ o. Ọpẹ́ òkú rẹ̀ wò mọ̀líwò ọpẹ́ lókè. Ọpẹ́ òkú rẹ̀ wò mọ̀líwò ọpẹ́ o. Ọpẹ́ ló máa kú rẹ̀ wò mọ̀líwò ọpẹ́ o. Ọpẹ́ òkú rẹ̀ wò mọ̀líwò ọpẹ́ o. Ọpẹ́ ló máa kú rẹ̀ wò mọ̀líwò ọpẹ́ lókè. Ọpẹ́ òkú rẹ̀ wò mọ̀líwò ọpẹ́ o. Ọmọ àgbẹ̀ lọ́nà òréré ni wọ́n gbé mọ́yẹ́ni. Lọ́nà tàràrà ni wọ́n gbé mọ́yẹ́ni. Àní lọ́nà òréré ni wọ́n gbé mọ́yẹ́ni. Lọ́nà tàràrà ni wọ́n gbé mọ́yẹ́ni. Òyìnbó ṣe rẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ mi. Ó má dẹ̀tì, ó má dẹ̀tì, ó má dẹ̀ dáríwó. Wọ́n ń gbéyàwó lọ, ó ń ké. Wọ́n ń gbéyàwó lọ, ó ń ké. Wọ́n mọ̀ ń gbéyàwó wọn lọ, ó ń ké. Wọ́n ń gbéyàwó lọ, ó ń ké. Wọ́n mọ̀ ń gbéyàwó wọn lọ, ó ń ké. Wọ́n ń gbéyàwó lọ, ó ń ké. Wọ́n ń gbéyàwó lọ, ó ń ké. Wọ́n ń gbéyàwó lọ, ó ń ké. Àní lọ́nà òréré ni wọ́n gbé mọ́yẹ́ni. Àní lọ́nà tàràrà ni wọ́n gbé mọ́yẹ́ni. Àní lọ́nà òréré ni wọ́n gbé mọ́yẹ́ni. Àní lọ́nà tàràrà ni wọ́n gbé mọ́yẹ́ni. Èyí ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ mi. Kó má dẹ̀tì, kó má dẹ̀tì, kó má dẹ̀ káàkó. Wọ́n gbéyàwó lọ, ó ń gbé. Wọ́n gbéyàwó lọ, ó ń gbé. Wọ́n gbéyàwó lọ, ṣe ló ń gbé. Wọ́n gbéyàwó lọ. Wọ́n gbéyàwó lọ.
Join us again on the Teju Babyface. You're never going to see it anywhere else. I'd like to thank the golden mercury of African sound, King Sunny Ade, who's been here. See you later. Thank you very much.
Iwájú lọ́pẹ́ ibi tí mi rẹ̀ sí o. Iwájú lọ́lọ́kọ níwà mí lọ. Ẹ̀yìn kan lọ́lọ́kọ níwà mí lọ. Èmi ti mọ̀, mo ti mọ̀, mo ti mọ̀, mo ti mọ̀ yóò. Èmi ti mọ̀, mo ti mọ̀, mo ti mọ̀, mo ti mọ̀ yóò.